Hey, is it working this time? The first try? Let's see. I see that it looks like it's catching volume. Yay! What up? How's it going? Hey, Bill. Aw, good to see you, neighbor. I love my time on the toilet. Come on, don't mess with my playtime. Actually, my cats like the toilet better than I do. They don't understand that it's my litter box. And I think they think that the water tastes better in there. So, all right, whatever they want. How's it going, Five Flames? Happy, what is it, Sunday? Yeah. Juice. Carrot, apple, lemon, ginger. Is that all I put in this batch? I think it is. Carrot, apple, lemon, ginger. Yep, that's all I put in here. Perfect. Tastes like a sweet tart. Cool. Everything is good there. And Bill, how's everything going for you? I know you guys had a fire recently. Y'all fixed up and warm? Because I guess we're getting some hard freezes. And if you're not, by the way, Bill, if you're not warm or whatever, and you need to be, you guys are totally welcome over here. So, all right. I better get my spliff and talk some shit. Guru worship. Okay. So I wanted to do this a couple months ago when I got a question. And maybe I should light my spliff before, I get into it. Honestly, I don't even know what I'm going to say, and I don't even know if there's anything left to say after all these years, you know what I mean? And frankly, it's like, it's so ridiculous just to see people choose suffering. And I thought that that's why I had to go through what I did publicly. Yeah. But yeah, there's really nothing else I can say. But maybe if it's your first time here or something, or maybe, it's just the right timing. But, yep, let me light up. All right, you're working on getting your home built. Okay. Well, again, if you're, for some reason, you're not super warm and stuff and you need help or whatever, then come on over. It's kind of warm here. So. All right. There you go. What up, Casey? Derek, what up, GC? You said that right when I took a drink of my delicious juice, huh? Well, if I showed you more, it could also be nutty. Yeah. So I don't know if any of you are on my Instagram, and I posted pictures of the last of my melons and stuff. And, there's only so much kitchen counter space and stuff. So I decided to put it in my living room, where the vase was that the kitties broke. And they just looked so pretty. I didn't want to move them, but I had to. So I roasted that big old pumpkin today. And I don't know about you, but there's never enough seeds. So nutty, juicy, all that good shite. All right. Hyro, what up? You don't need help. Christie, and why have you already started that joint? This looks pretty seedy. Good one. It does get a little seedy in here. So, all right, puff, puff, pass. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. A spliff is not a joint, dude. Calm down. Okay. All right, yeah, so gurus. All right, now let's just like try to get down to business. I don't even know how to lead into this shit because, again, what else can I say after all these years? But we're in some pretty crucial times right now, okay? 2020 vision, I was saying that shit like 3 years ago or more. And I was hoping that, dude, even though I'm banned on Facebook, I still get time hop and I still get my memories. And almost every post is about taking off your mask. And unless you can be authentic, then you're always going to be fooled by others being inauthentic, right? Because if you are, then there's an excuse for others to be, right? Well, it's my family, so I have to pretend I'm not into astrology. Or it's at work, so I have to pretend that I'm a mask-wearing Biden supporter, or, whatever, right? Everybody makes excuses. And the bottom line, it boils down to you. So in 2017, it was, what was that fall? I did a video called Desperately Seeking Shaman. In fact, that was right before the other fake gurus, which you can clearly see the dates on everything. I do a topic and then other people twist it around right after and kind of rename it or use the same name. And that's okay because imitation is the best form of flattery. Although there are some pretty serious deceivers. And so how do you control people? You keep them in fear, right? You keep them in high states of trauma. We've already established we're all under some serious, trauma-based mind control here. If you're watching TV, the news especially, and paying attention to that, right? So when you're in high states of trauma, you're easily influenced and manipulated, okay? So that's why they repeat over and over and over and over and over the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over. So it's just like a song from 30 years ago and you can blurt out all the lyrics. So where the fuck did that come from? Well, it's your programming, okay? It's in there. So even if you try to like la 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 it out, it's still there, okay? So there are a lot of people that seek to gain influence over you by taking advantage of these high states of trauma, all right, and pretend to be your guru, your savior. And what's a guru? Somebody asked. A guru is basically anyone that has a specialty. So whether it's an alleged spiritual guru, whether it's you're a carpenter, right? And or you're an apprentice. The dude you're apprenticing for, or chick, I guess, it's 2020, right? Is your guru. Okay. If you take health advice from your doctor is your guru. If you believe what's in the news, your anchor man is your guru, right? Maybe your neighbor can be your guru. Your favorite radio show could be your guru. Your cat could be your guru, right? But it's basically anyone that you look to for advice that allegedly knows more than you about a certain topic or specialty. So we'll, just talk about gurus in general. And whether you're learning tile setting or how to love yourself better, right? Or your diet guru or nutrition guru or holistic health guru or whatever. Here's the thing. Before you choose a guru, make sure they are the picture of what you want to be. Okay? So, yeah. And by the way, I've never claimed to be anybody's guru. I don't want to be. I have crazy ass life experiences that I've made it through things that have killed most people. Okay. So I feel led to share because I used to guru worship. I used to follow the leader. I used to want somebody to tell me the answer and make it easy for me and package it up in this neat little bundle. And, or even better, yes, give me a list, right? With a step-by-step, do this first, do that. I did that. I listened to everybody. My mommy guru, my doctor guru, my teaching guru, my politician guru, my news guru, my everything guru. Why? Because everybody else knew everything and I knew nothing. I get that. That's, again, part of our programming, part of our trauma-based mind control. So I'm not the only one that knows this. And obviously you know it because you're here, but you're not the only one that knows this either. Guess what? There's people that know us better than we do because they have been studying this, how to influence people, how to neuro-linguistic program, how to mind control, right? For centuries. Okay, and they're way better at it than us. And when we started talking about it 15, 20 years ago, they're like, oh, that's a conspiracy theory. No, that would never happen. And now, okay, just another I told you so. It's all over, right? CIA.gov, tons of documents there. Everything's out there now, unless you're refusing to look. So I think it's important to talk about gurus, what they are, what they aren't, how people get sucked into cults super easily. In fact, everyone is in a cult, okay? Pretty much everything's a cult. They start you in school, right? And even in team sports. And, the blue team's better than the red team. And then, high school sports or Pee-wee, Pop Warner or whatever. Or, you know what I mean? Like, and then... So this high school is better than that high school, and this college is better than that college, and the Chargers are better than the Raiders, or right? And people actually still fight about these things. So I named the show Guru WarShip because you can choose, look, at relationship, partnership, authorship, workmanship, craftsmanship, whatever it is. What ship do you want to be on? Okay? And anytime you worship somebody, doesn't matter what it is, it makes the other people that aren't worshiping the same thing the enemy. Okay? And it always turns into a war, right? My religion's better than yours. My politician's better than yours. My whatever, everything's better than yours. So, he's not one of us. Go get him. Burn her. All right. So I see there's like a bunch of comments came in. So I'll take a smoke break and read some comments and get back to the topic. So... all right. What up, everybody? Thanks for being here. Oh, even Jeff Brown went full Biden. Oh, God. I don't know. I haven't paid attention to him lately ever since he started shaming, literally shaming people who don't wear masks. So I thought everything about him was, trying to get you over shame and blame, right, in yourself and others, and protect yourself from shamers and blamers. And that's exactly what he did. So that was a few months ago, and I'm just done. So yeah, 2020, everybody has showed themselves, right? So if you're still trusting any of these gurus, this is it. This is your last window, man. And you know what? If you're waiting for someone else you love to wake up, or I can't do this because I have to wait for this person, or dude, you're gonna die, okay? Just fucking, like, stop. You're not gonna wake anyone else up. You're not gonna wake anyone up. People wake up if they're supposed to, when they're supposed to. Maybe you just happen to be there. Maybe you planted seeds along the way. Maybe you just happened to plant the last seed that what prompted them to wake up today. Whatever. You didn't do it. I didn't do it. It was part of their path. Okay? So, yeah. If you have this big notion that you're out there fucking saving the world with your... All right, so let me read you. The question was, I was invited to this global healing meditation. I don't remember it exactly. All right. Okay. Live global healing meditation. So the question is, what do you think? Can we make a shift for the better on this planet? And sorry it took so long to get to this question. So yeah, we can make a shift, but not like that. So I'll get back to the comments and continue with that. So I had a friend, Hyro, 2 months ago, and I talk a lot about 5D. She came into $2 million and decided to buy her way into 5D. Unbelievable. Trauma method can only get to lower 4D. All right. Yeah. A guru is something that thinks it tastes sweet and then sticks annoyingly between your teeth. That's cute. Hey, Shauna, what's up? All right. 5 flames. I'm finding out. I don't have a clue about my brain and what it does and what it knows and why it thinks like it does. Exactly. Like, but at least you're aware that you don't know what the fuck is going on, right? And that puts you a step ahead of any freaking guru, right? Because they act like they have the answer to everything. They know everything about everything, and they're here to tell you, dude, they don't know shit. So you're expecting that whatever they're saying is the absolute truth. So when you don't experience the bullshit they're talking about, which is total made up nonsense most of the time to begin with, then you again think there's something wrong with you, right? Which leads to further shame and blame and further separation from yourself. And you know what I mean? Nobody can explain this shit. Some people sound really good trying, and some people are reading scripts, and some people are just fucking delusional, period. Okay? But yeah, no, we don't have that type of understanding, because if we did, then why wouldn't we just like fix it, right? Why is everything getting worse? And that was the whole point with the global healing meditation. Dude, for those of you who don't know, quick rundown, most of them, group meditations, etc., are freaking energy harvesting snake pits, okay? That's why I don't do any public meditations or groups or anything like that. I had people on my radio show using NLP, mind controlling people, making people sick, physically ill, like during the show, or there's other people that people listen to and they'll like fall asleep or not really hear anything they're saying, okay? Because there's some evil people doing some twisted shit. And so I think it's time for reality check on how to spot a guru or choose a guru, or the red flags of the gurus you're choosing. Yeah, so that's why I'm here. Okay, so I'm finding out. So yeah, that's good, 5 flames. We don't know shit, and that's okay. What up, Brett? How's it going? So are you my guru? Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, I know a little bit about a little bit, or maybe even about a lot, but all I can do is share my experience through my lens. And, you know, that's what I can't talk about anything else or possibly teach anything else other than my own personal experience. And that's something to keep in mind too. When these gurus know everything about everything, that's a huge red flag. Okay? It's just simply not possible. So, and even our own experience sometimes, it's not all cut and dry. I have dude, there's experiences I've been in I still can't explain. Or you know what I mean? So if they don't have direct experience in whatever the topic is, then like shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Red flag. Bye. Okay. So let's see. I know a lot of your names. You're talking Casey and okay, and others. You're talking to the chatters. All right. Names, personalities. Okay, here we go. Oh, they just jumped. You're white genocide. Okay. I will attempt to disagree with you in order to balance our relation. Okay, cool. All right. So, Christie, I'm not the type to have an idol. I don't think you are. How could you have a guru? Did you just trust them and find they were full of shit? So, yeah. I mean, I've never like worshipped anyone, obviously. That's why I ran from Hollywood. Dude, these stars, when I was meeting them, I didn't even recognize them from the screen. I didn't even care who they were. I was never like, oh, can I have your autograph? It was just like, they're people, right? But yeah, I trusted everybody because I thought everybody was like me. If I'm not lying, then why would they, right? And so that's where honest people have a disadvantage until they figure it out, right? So that's the thing. Like people who don't trust everyone is because they can't be trusted, right? People who trust everyone were either stupid, delusional idiots, hopeful idiots, right? Yeah, so we want everyone to be honest and pure, and they're not. Okay, if it was that way, everything wouldn't be so upside down in this world, right? The honest people wouldn't be all struggling in the ways they are, right? But it's our path. So I'm not like saying that like, oh, poor honest people. You know what I mean? It's not that, because everything is for our benefit anyways. But yeah, it's a bitch sometimes, and sifting through, wanting to trust everyone, maybe you remember different worlds that you came from and you just think everybody's like that, right? And they're not. So there are definitely, there's way more predators than non-predators. Yeah, in the public eye. And when outside the public eye, the people who do nothing or don't care or go along to get along, they're just as dangerous. So, Okay. So, what the fuck, live global healing thing? Well, everybody's doing it, Five Flames. We're going to heal the world now. We're going to own it all away, and we're going to wake up to fucking global peace because, you're here worshiping a fucking guru, opening up all your energies. Send them love so they can find you and attach to your tentacles in the etherical realm and drain you fucking dry. Okay, here's the thing. You want to heal the world? Every time they send you a global, whatever, meditation, peace, whatever invite, go feed some homeless people. Go feed some senior citizen neighbors. Go to a children's hospital. You know what I mean? Go shovel your neighbor's frickin' driveway. Or, go bring your sick neighbor some food. Yeah. So every time people want to get you to go pay attention, right? And how much of this are you paying? How much is your time worth? When you're paying attention to all of this bullshit, peace and love, infinite love, peace and love around the world. Dude, they've been doing that forever. What's changed? Has things gotten better or worse? Okay, so if things have gotten better, then I'd be like, oh, well, maybe some of them work some of the time. But no, everything has gotten drastically worse. So obviously so. This shit ain't working. All that time you spend oming shit or Skyping or listening to these fucking people on YouTube or wherever they are in internet land or these damn groups, you could actually go be making a difference, right? Or helping yourself, right? So most of these people, all of them, they try to get you to give your power away to whoever, whether it's obviously them or not. They want you to give it away to a politician, to a doctor, to a vaccine, to a mask, Jeff Brown. Like, fucking seriously, dude? Wow. Thanks for bringing him up, Casey. Feel free to name drop anytime you like. But you know what I'm saying? A true spiritual guru would teach you that you are your own guru and you are already equipped with everything that you need inside you. And the more time you spend chasing gurus or listening to all these other distractions, you are taking away from what you should be doing to take care of yourself. Because guess what? If you don't know that you are your own guru, then you are not doing the work. Okay? You've been following the wrong people that have not told you how important it is for you to take that time for yourself. It's in you. Yeah, it's boring to stay inside or stay home or, oh, I'm on lockdown. I'd rather be at the bar. I'd rather be at the game. Oh, poor me. Dude, if you have not been using this time to your advantage to find out who the fuck you are, like really, if you don't know that you are your own guru, then you are not doing the work. You are listening to all the wrong people. If you're sitting back and waiting for people to fucking reset the matrix, ODing on fucking drugs multiple times in public places, ODing so much they think they're dying, dude. And they're going to save us, right? They're going to save us and reprogram, you know, all those other useless, you know, NPCs. Dude, anyone who says they're going to do it for you, like, oh my God, this other local cult, dude, sick as fuck, alcoholic as fuck, but he has meditations like multiple times a week, brings in millions of dollars, yeah, on this shit, and people are just fawning away on their little Zoom meeting. Oh, and he says the exact same thing every fucking time, and you can see he's sick. He's got fucking tumors and shit sticking out of him, just like, dude, heal yourself. You can heal everyone else. Heal your fucking self. Right? You can heal everyone else. You can fucking meditate and ask Melchizedek or goddamn fucking suck my dick to take everybody's illness away but your own. I think there's something wrong here. There's got to be something off here, right? And if you can't see that, yeah, so I'll get back to that break. We'll get back into the topic. But you see, you know what I'm saying? Are these people practicing what they preach? Do they live it? Do they look the part? All right. I think white women are enabled to take a shit on white men by other races' men. So then white women become victimized by other races' men due to white men being impotent. Isn't it? Wait, I'm not sure I'm reading that. I don't even understand what that says. Okay. So agreed, I can't meditate with people. I have to do it alone. We don't necessarily agree on the point we're meditating on. Where did it go? Okay. Joseph, how's it going? Remember Jim Jones? All right, Hyro, throw Dean Cain my way, Christie. I'm sure he's exhausted all the ladies by now. Dude, if I ever see that hot specimen again, he probably won't escape. It's the Ozarks, you know. I prefer Lisa Bonnet, but don't think Lenny Kravitz would like it. Okay, Jim Jones graduated high school 20 minutes away from my hometown. Wow, cool. CIA. Yeehaw. Jesus is cattle guru. All right, yes, people are not the same. I'm nothing like people. I never pretend any longer to be like them as if I have a disability. It's difficult to come down to their level, and my effort is not appreciated. Yeah, I understand that. Now, Christie, don't be scaring my cats with your passion there. Sorry, did they run? I've watched American shows on Christianity. Isn't there a bell ringing when it keeps asking for your credit card number, chatters? Yeah, dude, God needs more money. Oh, by the way, Black Friday and Cyber Monday, don't forget to max your credit cards for Jesus. Yeah, I think that was your government guru, maybe, that taught us that. Or was that your church gurus that taught us that? Okay, remember Heaven's Gate. I do remember Heaven's Gate. All right, Brett, Jesus was pretty amazing. It could be argued that he shaped modern civilization. The comments keep jumping, sorry. What's in the Bible apparently from Jesus is spot on. I don't know. Jesus didn't write the Bible, and nobody that directly knew him wrote it. And I'm not knocking it. Great stories and stuff, but they're also similar stories in multiple religions. So I don't actually want to, you know what I mean? I love Jesus or the story of and Christ consciousness. And I think I live it, but not because of, everything in the Bible is hearsay. And it's been rewritten. Every single time it's been rewritten, it was changed minimum 4% to meet copyright guidelines. So, be careful even if your book is a guru, right? So experience it all, take it all in, but don't just take one thing as the only way. Because again, if the Bible was all true, why are things getting worse, right? If everybody, and they'll say, oh, well, it's the followers. Well, then they're following the wrong shit. How? There's some kind of fucked up shit in there, right? There's pastors been telling their congregation to worship the government forever. There's certain passages that are changed to worship your government as your God, because they're put. So, we got to be careful there. Really. I'm not knocking it, but I'm also suggesting to not accept it all, right? Don't accept even what I'm saying either. Feel it, try it on for yourself. This is just my experience and interpretation of basically doing the whole first 40 years, I think, completely wrong. And the opposite of today. And today works and those 40 years didn't. So... Okay, Derek, Jeff Brown, once a scumbag lawyer, always a scumbag, I guess. I know, it's kind of a bummer. We share the same birthday, dude. I thought for sure he had to be awesome. And he was. Everything, I couldn't argue anything I had ever heard him say until that. And it was very cold and callous, shaming and blaming, all the same things that he's taught against. Sunny, what up? Oh, yay. Good to see you for a live one again. I hope you are well. Okay, Brett. Of course, it's spot on. They who made the Bible make satanic art. Yeah, they Book of Satan or whatever. Church, whatever. The same copyright owners. The Bible and the opposite of the Bible. I forget the name. Sorry. Dustin, I'm in internet love. Okay. Yes, Hyra, there's a whole movement in Christianity here in the US based on prosperity. Oh, prosperity gospel. Yeah, because you need more money. And God needs more money. And fucking law of attraction. Everything is all about money. And God blesses you only with money, right? You can tell that somebody's favored by God when they're given fucking money. Why is it always about money? I mean, shouldn't that be a clue? right there. Like nowhere. Okay. I have never felt this level of success in my life. And I make about the second least I have ever made in my life, poverty level. Let's get real. But I don't know. I think this is pretty fucking prosperous. You know what I mean? I know God or whoever has blessed me. It certainly wasn't with like money. You know what I mean? And I never asked like, oh, well, God, prove you love me by, giving me money or I don't know. It's crazy. All that. I hate that stuff. Law of attraction and everything you see. It's always, and even a lot of churches and yeah, it's all about money. They need more money and you're in good favor by God. If you have more money, I guess it depends on where your priorities are, right? So if you want to just hoard a bunch of paper, chase a bunch of paper your whole life, great. But where's the actual peace? Where's the actual living and immersion in life? Like touching it, smelling it, feeling it. And I'm not talking fucking sex and drugs and rock and roll like other so-called spiritual gurus want to fucking promote. I'm talking about birds, water, trees, plants. Have you ever made your own food? Have you ever dug in the dirt for your own fucking potatoes? Have you ever saved your own seeds? Have you ever actually made something that didn't come out of a can or a box? You know what I mean? Like, have you ever scrubbed your own toilet? Do you sweep your own driveway? Like, like actually taking part in all aspects of it, not just the suit, the tie, the fast cars, and fucking I'm so great. Look at me. I have all this cash. I mean, if you worship that, that's cool. But again, that's why the title of the show is WarShip, because that's what you're doing, whatever you WarShip. Okay. And we've talked about possession before and how easy it is to be possessed. Like people think that when they possess something or want to possess something, that they own it. But no, it owns you. You're possessed by your possessions, by your wants, your needs, your frivolous desires. You're possessed. Okay? You're not some master fucking painting, waving your magic wand and, manifesting this because I'm so great and manifest that. No, dude. It's your prison. It's your prison. Okay. I'm doing great. Your energy and I so relate to your story as a fellow TI. Very cool. All right. Glad you're here, Joseph. Brett, gang stalking is the Christian hive mind. Ooh. Do say more. Sonny, you are the church, Christie. I guess we all are. But yeah, my Canadian friends, like, almost 30 years ago, named me the Anti-Christie when I took him to Vegas and introduced him to casinos and gambling and cards and yeah. So yeah, Church Christie, Anti-Christie. What's the difference? Derek, I'm pretty sure Jesus doesn't want us to wait around for him to bail us out. Exactly, dude. Why the fuck? How do you, okay, let's say the story is all 100% real. What the fuck do you think Jesus is doing right now? Do you think he's cheering you on, trying to give you a nudge like, okay, little bird, fly? Or is he's, just sit there and pray and wait. And I'm going to come back on a spaceship real soon. Or some fucking drug addict junkies are going to go, push some button in one of their delusions where they OD and think they're dying again. And you know what I mean? Like, you're okay with like sitting there? Do you think Jesus is okay with you just sitting there? Was it faith without works is dead or something like that, the quote is? Yeah? You believe it, but you do nothing. You just sit there. And then some fucking new age guru tells you, you just have to meditate. You don't have to do anything. Just sit there and ohm it into existence. Yeah, okay. We can do instant manifestation, all right? Eventually. And sometimes you can and you don't even know it, right? And that's part of, I'm going to take this off, getting so passionate here. But is that the way, the truth, the way that, no, okay? Like, you actually have to, whatever it is you desire or want to bring into existence, you don't just sit there and say, okay, Jesus, save me, or hey, God, give me this, or here, I'm going to pray for. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. You have to actually walk forward and take the steps. Let me move this down a little, so sit back. All right, back to that spliff. Okay. Where is it? I'm pretty sure. Okay, right. Parables apparently from Jesus are excellent, and they never take something as truth because it comes from one source, person, book, or PDF. Perfect. Go to the DMV to confess your sins, Butters. Thanks, Kays. Jesus certainly didn't write the Bible. For example, I can't imagine him saying, slaughter your firstborn for me on a stone, or let's get together. Yeah, that's pretty demented. You know what I mean? I don't think a real God or a real guru is going to do that. Brett, I don't have sins. Good. I mean, all sin means is without, right? So without God. So basically everything can be with God. It's where is your heart? What is your intention, right? Like even, okay, you can say killing's wrong. Well, what if you're hungry and you have to feed your family and you catch a fish? Is that wrong? Or a buffalo in the camp? Is that wrong? Or a deer a year? Is that wrong? You know, it's killing, right? But what's the intent? So if it's with God and with love for the love and desire to feed your family, that's way different than just going around and massacring armadillos. I don't just go around massacring armadillos, but okay. So yeah, you shouldn't have sins. You should have a clean conscience, whatever it, you know, like if you have done someone wrong, then you should fix it, not try to hide it forever, because eventually it's going to come back to bite you. I'm enjoying watching the show, by the way. Right. And stone a woman for adultery. The man adulterer, of course, is innocent. Of course. There's terrible women out to get you. Okay, you have his spirit in you, that magic. Thank you. We all do, though. We all do. It's just a choice to live it and be it, or suppress it so that we can fit into society, right? Because if we're trying to fit in, then we're not living the word. Any word, actually, of any religion. There is no religion that tells you to be complacent and sit back and wait for some guru or some god or whatever to come take care of everything for you. There's no religion that tells you to sit back and beg a politician or some other slave master to come save you. There's none. Every religion tells you, you are the one. You are all you need. Why do we have such a hard time believing that? Why do we want to worship psychopaths? Why do we want to worship liars? And honestly, I think, as I stated before, if you are not authentic and honest with yourself, it's easy to be deceived by others who aren't also honest. All right, no. I don't understand that. Okay, I've come to believe that Paul the Apostle was controlled opposition. Of course. We flog men for adultery too. Jesus did not write the Bible. His disciples did. It allegedly wasn't even his disciple. It was like 200 years after he died. So nobody that knew him wrote it. It was, you know, my friend said, her grandma said, her uncle said, his brother, hung out with Jesus, and this is what happened. All right, okay. Leanne, you look great. I've been watching you for what has to be at least 10 years. Wow. Well, that's really cool. Thank you, Leanne. Thanks for being here. Sunny, they hate that. Prosperous rhymes with phosphorus. Good one. The comments. Okay, here we go. I make soap. All right, Brett, cool. Just don't wash my mouth out with it, okay? I had enough of that as a child, and clearly it didn't work. Okay. Campolito, what up, sister? A guru is a trap that keeps you from finding out who you are and your true abilities. Well said, exactly. Sunny, Jesus said, take up your cross. Brett, killing is not wrong. Murder, it's okay to kill. It's okay to kill who rape your wife. It's not okay to kill human or animal for fun. Right. Exactly. So yeah, there is and I was just pointing out the difference between with God or without God. So you can kill with God, or the sin, that without would be murder, not feeding your family. So, okay, Brett, according to the Bible, if you wrong someone, stab a goat and it's all good. That's pretty brutal. I hope nobody's out there stabbing goats, but I guess it's good that people who claim to live by the Bible have never actually read it. So that's good. All right. I never thought of sin as without. Sin is French for without. Yeah, and Spanish, right? Espanol, sin. So yeah, just think of it that way. I talked about that in a video, something about God. God is, or I don't know, it was like one of the Coffee with Christie series at the Fake Bed and Breakfast. So about 2017, but it's on playlists. Check out the Coffee with Christie playlist where I've addressed these topics. So I never thought of, okay, so you live that out, really, Christy, right? Okay, so that's Old Testament, Brett. In the New Testament, Jesus is the sacrifice. Yeah, it's like that South Park episode with Britney Spears, and build her up just to publicly sacrifice her, which is, on a much smaller scale. They did that to me. And like, I never chased fame or public eye. Like, it came to me from the time I was a child, being in the paper every day, all day, every day, boom, 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 like forever. And then even all this started because they tried to kill me and slander me and falsely imprison me. And so I felt, well, the best thing I could do is talk about it, to save my life. And then it just kind of turned into a thing, but it wasn't, it was never like, because I couldn't even do camera because I didn't even want anyone to look at me. I just wasn't really, kind of not my thing. I can talk a lot of shit, but that's how the whole radio thing started, trying to save my life. And it was a way to reach out when I had no close contacts to other people. And obviously there were some crazy stories, real, videos that still exist with, the gang stalking, the president's thing, the rape grove, McGonagall Canyon and all that good stuff. But yeah, so when everyone wanted to kill me, I mean, I had no choice but to speak it. So, all right. So I've read it, trust and believe. Christie should write a book, Living Testament, as soon as I get over my fear of writing. But if there are any ghost writers that want to help me do it quicker, no, there are some things in the works. But we all have lives and my friends' work and, so things will come together when they're supposed to. I'm not in a big hurry, but, if anyone wants to help with any of it, just send me an email because I could use a little help here and there once in a while, All right, gurus. So I mentioned earlier, before you pick a guru, whether it's a health guru or a spiritual guru or a construction guru, make sure that the houses they built are still standing, right? If it's a health guru, make sure they don't have their health problems anymore, right? If it's a spiritual healer that's going to go out and fucking talk to Melchizedek on a Zoom meeting, make sure that they're healed first, right? I mean, you guys are throwing down like tons of money at these people with this hope, like fucking seriously, like smoking hopium, like it'll be different this week. And all I have to do is just attend this meeting and we're all just going to pray together. And then all the world's problems are going to go away. There's going to be no more hungry children. All the baby dolphins are going to be saved. But that's just not how it's been playing out, is it? Like, how many years have you been alive? How many global healing meditations have there been? How many delusional druggies have told you that they were going into the matrix to save you and reset you and reprogram you? Like, bitch, I didn't ask for that. Like, don't pray for me. Don't send me your healing. Don't, Look, we are products of our conditioning that are based on our experiences up to that point. So if we're not healed ourselves yet, everything we do has that imprint of dis-ease in it. And you know what? It's not always a bad thing. Like, disease is awesome for lots of things. Art, poetry, painting, picture. Dude, I don't even write, but when I've come up with things that were words that sound great, it's only because I was in a super dark time and it just exploded out, right? So there's a time and a place for everything. I think my photos, those were all inspired by deep pain when I was looking for that place to die, right? And they all ended up beautiful and saving me instead. But, has your guru ever made a mistake? Does your guru have a background? Or did they just appear online and then make up a story? Tobias is my guru. Tobias Lars has an excellent garden and speaks really slowly and deliberately. He's never gardened in his life. That's funny. Okay. I can't listen to most American truthers. They speak too loud and slowly and say nothing. Sorry. Can't help it. What up, Case? I was annoying my neighbors singing JoJo songs. Casey Christie has distracted and saved me. Good. Aubrey, how's it going? Wonderful point. Respectfully, I don't want people praying for me. Not all people. Sure, anyone can be a vessel, yet there's also discernment. Right. Yeah, because it's like, all right, I've talked about this before, but you know, when your friends call cops on you because they're concerned about, you know, your mental health because you expressed an opinion that goes against their beliefs, right? So in her mind, she thought she loved me and she thought that she was doing the right thing by praying for me and forcing her will on me by calling cops 2,000 miles away to come harass, instead of calling me and saying, hey, how you doing? Or wait, do you really believe doctors are killing people? Or, you know what I mean? No, she had to call cops to, you know, have me hogtied. And yeah, so she thought in her programming that she was doing the right thing and helping me. That was her way of loving me and praying for me. But yeah, those were coming from her diseased lens, not from a place of absolute truth, right? Like, that's another thing. New Age gurus want you to believe like the truth is relative, or it's subjective based on your perception, as if you can change it. And you can't. There's one truth, period. End of story. There's no 50 shades of truth. I've said that before again. So why can I can't even say anything anymore. Really. You know? So there's your view and your perception of the truth, but it's not the truth, okay? Because there can only be one truth. Yeah. And ironically, that's what people hate the most, which is why we're so caught up in following fucking gurus. You want to know why? Because the truth is too simple. Mm-hmm. It doesn't look all pretty and shiny, and it's not glittering. Yeah, it cusses and shit like that sometimes. You know what I mean? People don't want to believe that they hold all the power. Look, you are the only one that can throw your path away. You are the only one that can give your power away. Yeah, you can be deceived. Yeah, you can be tricked. Yeah, there are certain things that, okay, your parents vaccinated you, and so you have allergies and asthma and autoimmune disease. Okay, I get it. That was not your fault, right? You didn't bring it on, but it is your cross to bear. It is your hurdle, your challenge, your obstacle to overcome, right? You want to blame everybody else, complain all the time, or you want to put your power to the test, right? And if you're sitting around listening to gurus all these goddamn years and you still haven't like come up with the idea that, oh, gee, maybe I should try that. Yeah, that's a great story. You know, like you just want to sit back and be entertained by the Bhagavad Gita, or you know what I mean? People telling you about whoever important people that you're supposed to pay attention to are and what they did in their life. Why aren't you out there doing it in your life? Right? If you believe in Jesus and he taught you could heal yourself, why aren't you doing it? All right. Emily Ann, I'd go through it. Write this shit out. Would you really, dude? Okay, email me, because there's actually, yeah, some small things have been in the works. You know, it's not like, yeah. But if you're interested, okay. Oh, for reals, I haven't seen you for a while. What up? Who are these matrix setting junkies that you speak of? Oh, God. Yeah, these matrix resetting junkies that you speak of. Well, they're gurus that took part that are the ones that had me erased everywhere, filed fake trademark complaints to have me erased. YouTube completely shut me down. Facebook completely shut me down. I literally am like the most censored person. Thanks to these truthers, alternative, whatever, radio comrades. Yeah. So I actually have I'll just look up a blog that will tell you more about it, because it actually makes me sick to even think of those vampires. So I'm going to look up this link, and there's a whole lot in here. Like, if you follow the links in here on this whole piece, you'll know most everything. You'll see a lot of links from like archive.org, things that people did to me and tried to erase so that they can act like they're a guru. Yeah, but they're the ones responsible for erasing me. Literally having me stalked and chased out of multiple cities, lost jobs, people dying, all sorts of really fun stuff. But, you know, I guess they're victims of the crazy homeless chick. All right. So that's who they are. There's the link in the chat. There's some radio shows they did on archive.org, warning you about, you know, they acted like they didn't know me after they tried to fuck me and all of this really juicy, disgusting stuff. After I saved her life, after he praised me for saving her life, after he professed his undying love for me everywhere, and then pretended that I just showed up as a honeypot to break them up and destroy them and somehow take them off their mission to save the world. But yeah, they infiltrated my network. I was there for years. They tried to replace me, and fake people fall for it. I'm torn sometimes, like, do I want to talk about it and share it because I don't want to see other people get hurt? But then there's like, if people are that stupid and they're falling for fucking junkies believing that they're saving them from anything, then maybe you deserve what you get. It's impossible that Christie typed that. Don't freak me out. Oh, you might. No, Christie Aphrodite for reals isn't me. Yeah, so people, I guess, seem to think that I'm everyone. And believe it or not, I'm not. This is my only channel. I tried to use a Womanity Awakens one, but that was when I was homeless and on the phone and couldn't get it to work. And I may go over to that one eventually, but with all the new YouTube rules and ads and length of video, you know, all of that stuff, I may just have to keep this channel with, you know, the whole big zoo of topics in one place, or maybe I'll just delete a bunch and start over. But I don't really know. So yeah, that's not me. In fact, check out his channel. He hasn't been doing much lately because, again, my friends work, but I gave him permission to use any of my videos or work anywhere. And he plays around with them as, you know, he's trying to teach himself how to use video programs, editing programs, stuff like that. So yeah, that's not me. Good catch though, Hyro. Yeah, like I'm sitting back here. This mess is all being typed up. Yeah, so why he used the name For Reals, I don't know, but it's okay. All right, it's okay. My Nazi mother, deja vu. I'm CA for reals, not the real Christie. Right. Okay. Oops. Where did it go? All right. Most people say red pill or blue pill for peeps. I maintain that most people from the film Matrix are firmly content in their pods, not even near red or blue pill yet. For reals. What does black mold do to the human body? That's a good one. Pretty much everything psychic vampires do. It'll interrupt your respiratory, your breathing. It can actually lead you to become very depressed. Yeah, I mean, it actually causes mental issues. So hopefully you're not living in black mold. If you are, there are multiple things you can do to clean it up, from regular bleach to H2O2 to sage, lemon, baking soda. Like the sage, burning it actually like cures it, like kills it completely, not just covers it up. So I don't know. I actually have a video from in my van. It's the cock videos when I had that leak in my van and mold and I had to cock it. And they ended up kind of funny because, well, you know, it's fun to talk about cock. Okay, cock, CAULK, pervert. So, but yeah, those are a few things that can help, like lemon essential oil, burn sage, baking soda. But yeah, it's of utmost importance to get rid of it. In fact, when Casey called the other night and we were talking about that situation when I spent 2 weeks on the couch and he pulled me out of hell, I was living in black mold then too. I didn't know because it was between the walls. There was this flood that happened when I was out of town and it was just never addressed. But so I don't know if that also had something to do. I mean, there was a lot going on at the time. My kids, the vampires, all of that. So I'm definitely not going to blame it only on mold, but mold can definitely mess shit up like that. So, all right. And inflammation. And of course, inflammation causes pain. So, yeah, hopefully that's enough to help you get it cleaned up if you are in fact living in it. Okay, so my house is, oh, your house is covered in black mold. Oh shit. Okay. Well, Brett, there you go. I hope that helps. I'm her proponent. Did you check that with Casey first? I am, and his spirit led me to you. All right. It's God punishment for my sins for doing mass shootings in Grand Theft Auto. That's hilarious. But it's actually really, those video games are terrible, man, because your brain, you know, and I'm not trying to harp, I'm not your mommy or anything, but seriously, we need to look at it this way. Our brain does not know the difference between a screen and reality. So when you're watching that traumatizing shit in your games or movies or whatever, like way more people have PTSD than are aware of it. You know what I mean? If you're constantly watching horror films or things like that, yeah, and shooting people, it's the same thing. Your brain views it the same. So I never had any of those games for my children. of course, I was accused of abuse for not partaking in all of that crap, but whatever. I don't, you know, I've watched movies with some gross stuff in it, and if like something happens, I'll just, all right, look away for a minute. I don't like it. I never have. That's why I never saw like Friday the 13th or Halloween or all those dumb movies. So I remember I was terrified when my dad, I think I was like 6 years old or something, took me to Invasion of the Body Snatchers. It was horrifying. And I was like this crying the whole way. But I think it's because I thought it was real. And back then well, it's no different than today. I can see. So, all right. Okay. So there's that link there. How is it they put you on the front page of paper harassing you, yet no views? Very strange. Exactly. Facing 56 years. Right. Yeah. So, I mean, okay, so I've been banned 8.5 of the last 9 months on Facebook. I've been erased on YouTube multiple times and Facebook. My views go down, like down. You can like take a screenshot of what the views are today and then take a screenshot next month or next year. And you'll see, because we've been doing that. So I don't know if any of those lawsuits against social media or something ever amount to anything. I don't know. I've got the evidence. I got hard drives. And yeah, because the messed up thing is they let the stalkers erase me, but then replace me with slander. Like replace me with things that actually go against their community standards, right? So, yeah, I don't know. I can't, like, people can come on my page and threaten to kill me or threaten mass shootings. And there's not even a place where I could report it if I wanted to. And then I'll post a bread recipe or make a sarcastic joke. And then I'm banned for 30 days again. So I can't say anything. And that's why, again, I'm like questioning why say anything anymore anyways. What else is there to say? What's the point? Existential crisis here. Who am I? Where am I? What am I doing? Where am I going? All right. I couldn't play that game. It was appalling morally to me. Yeah. All right. Christians hate homeless crazy chicks. I guess they do. Pretty much everybody does. Everybody hated me when I was homeless. Everyone. Like, everyone. And people felt justified in chasing me out of towns, trying to get me fired from jobs. Like at one job, I was executive chef, and they actually, after they got the call, they went and gave me the most extensive background check they had ever run. Yeah, on anyone. And of course, came back clean, but like people believe this shit and it affects me. And that's why I had to escape lots of places in the middle of the night. And yeah, so by the way, if you're being gang stalked and being terrorized, like, get out, man. Be your own guru. Stop waiting for a cop to save you. They're not going to. They're part of the system. Like, save yourself. It's not easy. It was not easy for me. Dude, 13 years. 13 years. From what? San Diego to Branson to Pennsylvania to Florida to Washington to California to, back and blah, 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 blah. Like a ping pong ball. Okay? No, it wasn't easy. How many places in Washington did I live? Or even Florida? It wasn't easy. But, I kind of learned a few things along the way, and hopefully you are too. And you learn to protect yourself, and then you take that knowledge with you, and then you learn how to slip out, right? Like, I was telling someone on Twitter today, like, dude, if you want to die there, go for it. But, just, all right, if you just want to complain all day, every day, that's fine. I just can't listen anymore, though. Take a fucking risk. Have belief in yourself. You have faith in faith healers, fucking fake gurus, and you have no faith in yourself. Come on. I get that. I had no faith in myself. But I did it anyways, because I wasn't going out like that. You know? You want to sit around and be a fucking sitting duck and an easy target? Go ahead. But don't complain about it, because that's what you're choosing. Oh, well, I'm in a lease. Fuck your lease, dude. Be your own guru. Protect yourself. Nobody is coming to save you but you. All right. Nobody tries to have sexual contact with me anymore. On one hand, I'm happy. It's what I've always wanted. On the other hand, I'm disturbed. I'm super grateful. I don't want anyone coming near me with, I got kitties, man. That whole, like, even thinking of anything sexual just makes me want to vomit right now. Sorry. Okay. All right. So, dang. Okay, here we are. All right. I was 21, so I had to learn morality on my own, create my own value system, right? And, you do that by finding out what you're not. So that's good that, you got to figure it out for yourself. Oh, are they still relevant to anybody? Some people will believe anything, I guess. You must be talking about the stalkers. I don't know. Somebody sent me something this week. It brought my attention. I actually saw like a 4-minute or something clip. I guess they were talking about me because they thought someone else was me. I guess because everybody's fucking me. But, the truth is your perception. So, yeah, they love me. They love me so much. They follow my journey and send me love. But, yeah, disgusting. Fucking save it. All right. I think I'd love to hear your perception. Sorry, my chat has a mind of its own. But I'd love to hear your perception on the reality of dreams. Oh, okay. I love that. So your dreams can be your guru, right? Or your gurus can be in your dreams. So dreams, what are they? What aren't they? I can give you like a rundown of multiple possibilities. They could be memories. They could be prophecies. They could be simultaneous lives you're living elsewhere. They could be pure delusions. They could be your brain working out trauma. They could be hanging out with your ancestors and getting guidance, or where you're going back to your school, so to speak, and getting your update, I guess. So yeah, there's lots of things they could be. So what they are for you each and every time is obviously something only you can figure out. And I know it gets crazy because, okay, so I've had some dreams that were literally all through, like, ever since I can remember, from a child. And they were like watching, say, a sitcom on TV. And at the end of the night, it was like, okay, to be continued in next episode. It didn't say that, but kind of like that. And then the next night, it would pick up where it left off, right? So in those places, I am convinced that those are other lives in other places. So, and sometimes, well, they've been all of the above, right? So I do not currently write my dreams down anymore, mainly because I have kitties waking me up in the morning. either licking my face or I have to yell at them or something. So I lose them right away. But when I did write them down, like first thing in the morning, or when I lived with somebody who would write them down for me when my eyes were still closed and it was, I could just like dish it. Because that's the best thing. Once you open your eyes and the light switches on, then I forget the terminology, but basically it switches to the exact opposite part of your brain. So it's literally like a light. So when this light goes on, our light goes out. So I try to do things like not have lights on, have the windows closed, or if I have to go to the bathroom, try to not open my eyes, right? When I walk there, just feel the walls, just because, you know, I want to keep it and get back to it after I go pee. Yeah, but when I was writing them down, and I still have the phones and some papers where I have, or a bunch of them written down. And so a lot of times, so I think people make the mistake when they have a dream, they're like, oh, guru, what does this mean? And it doesn't really work like that. You just have to write them down and walk away. All right. And just get in that habit, write them down, walk away, write them down, walk away. Then 2 months later, read them. And then you'll be able to decipher your own dreams by because chances are the dreams you had a couple months ago or last week or even a year or two ago are going to make sense now. Like even the ones I had of the Seven Sisters and Citrus County and all the Florida stuff, like that was all written. But I didn't figure that out until after I was there. And it's like, and it said Florida, 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 you know, oranges. And there I was in Citrus County at the Seven Sisters Springs. And it was nuts how accurate it was. But if you're like reading it and try to decipher it, it's not going to mean anything to you because you haven't been to those places yet, right? And then other ones where I live in different like cave rock houses and stuff like that, those have been pretty much ongoing my whole life. Also past life memories, things like that. I've also communicated, again, ancestors, like my grandparents were like super, I never knew them that young, you know, but I knew it was them and stuff. So dreams can be a lot of different things. And I think I should point this out too. They can also be battlegrounds. And I want to talk about this one situation just because I think it's relevant, especially since the vampires came up tonight and they love the world of black magic and having group meditations and asking people to send people harmful energy, which they have done quite a bit. So I had a pretty intense dream and I thought, so sometimes I mean, they're so real that I think the other people are in it, that it was that real for them too. And so I called my friend the next morning. I'm like, dude, what the fuck what happened? He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you don't remember? Okay. So you weren't in my dreams last night. Okay. So let me tell you. And so I started telling him, I said, and this is a crazy thing. I'm like, dude, you're going to South America and you got in this little thing, but don't worry, my bird friend people are going to save you. And he's like, wait, I actually am going to South America in 3 weeks. I'm like, well, you got to be careful because the people you're going to, they're going to fucking drain you and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so I saw all that ahead of time. I tried to save him. I got shot in the back, literally shot in the back. And it was just in my dream. But no, I woke up and I couldn't fucking walk. And the pain was right where I got shot in the back in that dream. So what are dreams? Everything and anything, especially with a Pisces ascendant. Sometimes they're real. You know what I mean? And I think we show up as orbs in other places. I think we even can travel as orbs. Like if, cameras might pick us up as we're flying, floating somewhere, right? Because the orbs are spirits, and I think sometimes they catch people, and it's totally normal to fly around the universe, the multiverse, and travel, but that's cool. That was so off topic, and I love it, because that's what I do is, well, once I go off topic, I stay there. Okay. Emily Ann will do. I'm a writer and have this upcoming summer off. Wow. I'll be on the road with not much to do. I'll get in touch. Wow. Killer. All right. Well, if you're in Arkansas, it's kind of a pretty peaceful place. So, all right. And Derek, cool. I'm a writer. Proceeds to write half instead of I totally understand it. Fucking autocorrect. I swear people think I can't spell, and it's so crazy. It changes perfectly good, spelled fine, perfectly words, and changes them to something else entirely. That completely changes the context. And then everything, it's like gibberish. It's just, that's another reason. I'm just, fuck social media, dude. I don't even want autocorrect. Why can't I turn it off? Why does... You know, I'm just tired of people telling me what my word should say. All right, juicy juice. Because you say for reals, I never see Casey and Christie for reals together. I don't know, like Superman and Clark Kent. We're jerks. I could tell the difference from shooting people in Iraq. Oh, I'm sure. But it's our brain, you know, we're so easily programmable. That's why people believe bullshit and then act accordingly. That trauma, you can't trick your brain out of being traumatized. And unless you're a psychopath, murder is going to traumatize you. It's, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's just part of the way it goes. Okay, I personally still love the film Carrie. I've never seen it. Invasion of the Body Snatchers will happen after the vaccine. Absolutely. I've seen it go listen to any of my videos or shows for the last 4 or 5 years. I've been saying they are not human. They're not human. Even before that. And even old shows with Dan, and they're going to be triggered and they'll be turned into And 15 years ago, they admitted making a zombie vaccine. They were mixing a flu virus with a rabies vaccine. Like, this shit's real. All those stupid, crazy movies I haven't seen are real, you know? My first movie experience is the Omega Man. I don't know anything about it. I did see, what's that called? Mad Max for the first time. Like a week or so ago. Yeah. It was cute, I guess, you know. Omega Man, is it any good? What's it about? Is it something I should watch when I'm bored? Says it seems to be coming true too. Oh, okay. So it sounds like another documentary I should see. All right. Okay. All the dystopian films mixed together are now appearing in reality. Uh-oh, it moved again. Okay. For reals. So truth in movies and lies in the news. Absolutely. Christie, I've only ever pretended to go along with the guru. They always kicked me out for disturbing their disciples. Yeah, so that's one thing. How do you know, like, more red flags, right? Are you allowed to ask them questions? And because oftentimes they're trying to steer the conversation. They're either doing all the talking or they're asking you questions. And that's information gathering, right? So that they can figure out what your triggers are. So how best to traumatize you or belittle you or get you in that state where you're easily manipulatable, right? And whatever you tell them, they will use against you, whether it's true or not, right? You can tell them you're upset that somebody did this. And then, well, why? Well, that's your fault because, it would only happen if you were a terrible person. And, you've always been a battleship. And, why do you want to fight with everyone? And what? Like, wait, what? Or like even one of the dudes you mentioned earlier that used to be on the show. He would like, if I talked to God or anyone else talked to God, it wasn't real. It was a delusion. But if he talked to God, like, if spirit tells him, it's absolute fact. But if it's us, it's delusion. And if, like, say, you have a headache, you caused it because you're such a horrible person. But if he has a headache, it's because some woman is throwing darts at him. But if we said the same thing, my headache is psychic vampire darts. Oh, no, you brought it on yourself. You know what I mean? So they gaslight you. They tell you one thing, but they have different rules for themselves and everyone else, right? So I was ran out and banned from 4 high schools. Nice. Ran out of 5 towns. Hung in jail riot. You were hung? Falsely arrested several times. Forced to confess to crimes that Native Americans do to my family. Wait, what? Hung? And you're here? Casey's grandpa likes to hang people. Sorry. Sorry, Casey. All right. Totally agree with that for reals. It has become so polar. I take the news as totally fake and watch the fiction. Yeah, totally. I wish I'd have learned that sooner. I didn't have time for fiction because I was too busy educating myself with my MK Ultra news programming. Oh my God. Yeah, I didn't watch movies, read fantasy, like anything. And yeah, now that it's like, oh my God, it's all true. When people tell me good movies or something to watch that I missed, then I try to jump on it when I can. So, all right. What up, Chris? You only kiss cats. That's true. Right after they kiss another cat's butt. Yeah, but I guess they have enzymes. God, they're adorable. My Instagram feed, it used to be really pretty pictures, but now it's all cats and nobody likes me anymore. Yeah, that's all right. They're cute cats. I can't help it. That my life is actually pretty boring right now. I mean, on the grand scheme of things, and I'm okay with that. It's the life that I wanted. Of course, I didn't know that I would have 7 cats, but they're super cool. But yeah, I'm totally fine just staring at the lake and the trees and walking barefoot every day, even when it is freezing, and playing with those cute little levers over there. Yep, I kiss cats. Bouncing birth, Gypsy's curse mama. Yeah, that's, I mean, it sucks that children have to fend for themselves or, but it also kind of makes us stronger and more able to deal with adversity and thus help others through it, right? Because people who haven't had, like, we got a lot of practice, right, Sunny? So it's like, oh, is that all you got? Bring it, Whereas somebody who hasn't dealt with the kinds of things that we have, they panic, they freak out, and which obviously makes them unsafe and pretty incapable of navigating the situation. But again, so that's why they keep us in these high states of trauma. And that's why this guru epidemic of every kind, natural health, well, look at them. Like, there's one doctor that somebody used to bring up here every night. I'm like, if he's so great, why can't he heal himself? Why is he still overweight? Why is he wearing glasses? What, like, I don't wear glasses anymore. I'm not overweight anymore. I'm not disabled anymore. You know what I mean? Like, practice on yourself first and then get it right before, but it's sad because there's so many good, well-meaning people that I see that are so snowed. They don't want to believe that people have been hijacked. Some people, like, completely, like, they were one person and now they're not. Like, their soul was harvested, but the body's still there. Yeah, and there's a piece of it that can still pretend to be that old person, but it's not. And I've actually watched that happen, and it was super heartbreaking because this was one of my favorite people. And I know other people that they don't actually know him because they've never met him. But like on Facebook, he always has the right words. So they would never even believe anything like that. So I can't really say anything. It's like I have the curse of being here to fucking see it all the time and being the only one saying this stuff. And, oh yeah, whatever, But yeah, I've been saying it forever. They're not human anymore. Most humans are not human. I mean, most, literally, most. You have to learn to protect yourself. Anyone saying they're going to fix you or help you or heal you and you don't have to do anything, run, because they are sucking you dry. Okay? Any real healer is going to remind you that you are your own healer and you have it within you. Yeah, they can educate you on certain things maybe you don't know about, or tell you where to look and plant the seeds to have you move forward, but it's you that heals you. There ain't no healer that can heal you. You do it. And that's the beauty of real healers. Real healers empower others to heal themselves. What good is it for there to be one person that's just going to go lay their hands or give you a fucking special herb or do some fucking meditation and they're going to go heal everyone? Really? Every single one? Well, what good is that? Aren't you supposed to pass that knowledge on, right? So that everyone else can take care of themselves? Because if you want to heal the world, what? You got to heal yourself first. Everyone out there, all the unhealed people are out there saying, I'm going to heal the world. I'm going to heal the world. Heal yourself. Start on yourself. Practice on yourself. Master that. Step out. Right? I have narcolepsy. Dreams is my ish. Write your dreams down as much as possible. VIP mail from our creator. Narcolepsy. Wow. So do you have lots of dreams? Okay. Dang it. The comments moved again. Okay. Thank you for your interpretation of dreams. Definitely what I was thinking. Thank you. Oh, cool. Right on, Aubrey. All right. Yeah, it's not just one thing, right? They're confusing and fun and wild. But yeah, it took me a long time to, okay, is this literal? Or now, is this one real? Or is this one from the past? Or is this one from the future? But I tell you what, man, I'd write things down and people who were trying to pretend to be someone else would be who they are in the dreams, and everything I wrote down about certain situations, or even that my friend wrote down for me, it's like, oh, there they are. So believe whatever you have in your dreams, because that's part of your guru, your higher self, your your connection. They're there for a reason. Like, fuck people that tell you they're delusions or that they don't mean anything or, oh, it's just a dream. Really? Okay. Well, did you say that to Martin Luther King? Right? I had a dream. Well, it's just a dream. Yeah, fuck off and suck my dick. It ain't just a dream. I've led my whole life by my dreams. And some of them I misinterpreted. But then to find out I didn't actually misinterpret them, it was me questioning the act of following them. I wish I could write about that, but honestly, I don't even know how to use the words to express my own experiences. All right. Has anyone watched Utopia? It basically spells their plan out. All right. Another documentary. Okay. The American or British version? American, I suppose, on the Amazon Video. Okay, God definitely talks to you, Mama. God talks to God's everywhere, though. Everything, but with pure intent, though, right? So that's if you're trying to see, and these gurus, like, they have an intent to manipulate. And don't get me wrong. Real healers, fake healers, real gurus, fake gurus, whatever. Fake gurus, fake healers have magic too, right? But real healers use it to create and make things better, while other people use it to destroy. Like, for example, the stalkers you brought up earlier. Like, they expended all their energy in destroying me to try to replace me. That's not what a guru, a healer, a shaman, a self-proclaimed shaman, that's not what they do. Creators, real gurus, right? People who have knowledge or expertise in some area, they're not going to go destroy it. Okay? Brett, even being hanged in jail couldn't stop you? That's crazy. Had a jail riot because I drove a truck into my ex's house who let Native Americans have sex with my daughter since 5, and they charged me with the child porn they made out of her. Holy shit, dude. Wow. I think you win for the most fucked up shit. But wow, I'm sorry. That's the Sag coming out. I gotta try to make light of really heavy shit. I'm sorry, but obviously you gotta be a badass warrior to freaking, live through that and still be here and at least be somewhat reasonable, right? Damn. All right, Derek, according to Wikipedia, guru in Sanskrit means dispeller of darkness. Wow, nice find. Okay. I agree, most humans are not human, they are zombies. They suck in the life out of the living. Here's the thing, why people like fake gurus. Because fake gurus give you all like the fancy words, the rainbows, the unicorns, the love and light. They tell you don't have to do anything. They're going to do it all for you, or their angels are going to do it for you. And a real guru or healer is going to teach you self-responsibility so that you can do it, right? And people don't like that. They don't want the self-responsibility part. They like the fact that they could just send someone money and they're going to do something for them, allegedly, through Zoom or whatever, right? So, yeah. They're like that because they're not in touch with their own soul and above. That's absolutely right. They will fight you to the death to stay in their prison. They don't, like, they literally would rather die. Literally. Most people, non-humans, programmed, bots, whatever, would rather die than follow their heart. How sad is that? Like, did your God or your guru or whatever tell you just, you're here so you can go to work and pick up cat poo and go to bed and wake up and do it again and fight with your spouse or your kids and pick up more cat poo and do it again? Like, really? And then just turn on some global healing meditation and that's your life? Like, is that what God or your guru or whoever wants for you? Like, are you really okay with telling God to fuck off? Are you really okay with ignoring your dreams, with ignoring your intuition, with being completely dependent on everyone else for everything and not knowing who the fuck you are? How long can you walk around this planet not knowing who you are before you're finally going to say, God damn it, I'm a priority? Are you not a priority? I mean, it is your path. It is your school for you. Like, don't you want to get through it? You're not going to get through it by going along to get along. You're going to get through it. You're going to win it. You're going to rock it by doing it your way, by following your heart, your intuition, your inner guru, and do what you know is right for you. No matter what anyone else says, no matter what anyone else thinks. Even if your neighbor wants to go freaking follow you on social media and call you names because, oh, your life story couldn't be true. You must be a crazy racist Trump supporter. Suck my dick. Dude, I need more juice. Hey, Thor. Kitties are being good. All right. I made the mistake of feeding them and they'd suck me dry and give me nothing back. These people are effectively soulless. Absolutely. Empty vessels. And when you're an empty vessel, you can be programmed by anyone or anything. Like, I've met empty vessels and I've seen humans that were on the fence that in this year, the 2020, the real split, their soul's gone. Gone, poof, gone, out the window. They're not going to make it. People I really loved. Yeah. That's a tough part, though, too. That's another reason people don't want to do it, right? Oh, well, he's my family, or she's my ex-girlfriend, or that's my mom, or that's, you know what I mean? It's a trap. Okay. It's my house. It's my job. It's, there's always something, right? There's always an excuse to not follow your heart. If following your heart was like easy, everyone would be doing it, right? And it's easy in the sense that it's the only thing that feels right. So that's when that's when you're vibrant, that's when you're healthy, that's when you're whole. Disease shows up when you're not on your path. And it is there as a warning sign, like a check engine light on your car. Alert, alert, pay attention to this. But we're taught in this stupid fucking culture, if you have a pain, suppress it. Suppress the symptoms. Don't look at it. Don't ask it what it's doing there. Don't know what body part and emotion it correlates to. Don't look at that. That's crazy talk. Just take this little fucking drug. I watched my mom lose her soul, man. You know? Even those terrible people, you know, on Hoarders we talked about the other day. Like, they were little children once. They were innocent little children once. Something happened. Trauma-based mind control, pills, news, right? TV, they don't call it programming for nothing. That's the fight. The fight for your life is to be you and know who you are. Because I guarantee if you knew who you were, you wouldn't put up with 90% of the shit you do. If Americans knew who they were, do you think any of this shit would be happening? Or look at Australia, fucking lockdown, UK on fucking lockdown. Like if these people knew who they were, none of this would happen. Businesses would not close. They'd be like, Governor who? What? Suck my dick. You know? They only get away with it because you follow their guru, their CDC health guru, their whatever, right? The news guru, the political guru. That's the only way they get power over you, when you give it to them. Don't you know you have the power? Britt Merlin did a great series on gurus. I don't know who that is, but I'll check it out. I go into REM within 5 minutes. Wow. And stay in the dream state. Dude, you must have killer dreams then. Do you remember them all? And are you writing them down? And if not, maybe you should start. Yeah, and get back with me in a few months when you figure out what they all mean. Kamala Harris tried to mocha pot me in my dreams. Was she coming on to you last night? Ooh, baby, baby. I got raped by Brad Pitt in my dreams. That doesn't sound bad, I guess, for a woman, but for me, it was traumatizing. I don't think getting raped by anyone is fun, really. You know, I mean, unless you're like into that, but that's funny. Okay. I made out with a dude in my dream. It was an actor. And I'm trying to remember his name. Oh God, it was a movie. I bet you Derek will get it because he knows lots of movies. I think he was in a movie called The American President. And if I remember correctly, Annette Bening was in it. So whoever the other dude was, we kissed in one of my dreams like 20 years ago. It was just a dream, I swear. It was a delusion, you know, there's a category of delusion. So, and I was probably on pills at the time. So, and maybe I fell asleep watching a movie. I don't know. But, okay, not the actress, Britt Merlin. Oh, I have heard that name somewhere. Okay. Sorry for the typo. You always watch my grammar. My dream. Oh, hey, Rosie. How's it going? My dreams give me anxiety. I'm always lost in a parking lot. Wow. Well, what does that tell you if you're always lost? Like, is that something, you know, maybe past trauma you need to work on? Or are you truly lost and not knowing who and what you are? And yeah, where you're going, what you want. Yes, Casey did tell me about his dream. Kamala wanted to fuck him because he's so hot. Derek, I'm English. I like your dark humor. He's a funny fucker. Derek is hilarious. He's you know, You just have to, like, if you're easily offended and you don't know his humor, then you're always going to think you're being scolded. But yeah. And he definitely doesn't like try to be funny. But yeah, he has me rolling. The actress and writer, she spellbinds me. I love another of hers called The OA. I liked Another Earth. All right, you guys are going to have to educate me. Okay. I'm still trying to unconditional love peeps, but my mind still screams, just go get your damn vaccine. Totally. Well, here's the thing. If they want a vaccine and you love them, you should allow them to have a vaccine, right? It's like my kitties, I want to love them to death. I'm going to lock them in prison until they die because I love them so much. I'm so scared for them to go outside and chase chipmunks and possibly get run over or eaten by a coyote. You know what I mean? So, yeah, they're aggravating. Unconditional love doesn't mean that you want to pet everyone like your furry little kitty and invite them all to dinner. It means that you allow them the same freedom that you want for yourself, right? So if they, they're your family and they're your loved ones and you really don't want them to hurt themselves, but they really want to hurt themselves, you just kind of have to. And then after they end up with vaccine damage and they come crying to you, then you can say, told you so. Sorry. In fact, you can love him so much, you can give him your vaccine too, and mine. And you know what? Here's the thing. Most of us are suicidal, all right? But we don't want to admit it. So we do it through our actions, right? Like fast food, sodas, pills, guru worship, whether it's your doctor guru or your political guru or your sports guru or your spiritual guru. You're every type of guru. You're giving your power away to everyone else, And that's like, if we learn to communicate our feelings, no matter how dark they are, and have a safe space to just be allowed to talk about it, like life sucks. Why am I even here? Should I even be allowed? You should be able to ask those questions, but asking those questions and talking about it, people freak out and you shouldn't feel that way, as they're fucking eating their goddamn bag of Cheetos, Like, wait, I shouldn't feel like, but what am I doing? Body. I'm using words to try really hard to express how I feel. But look at the actions, right? Crazy drivers, fast, spinning in and out, like doing dangerous things, people's diets, right? People who have whatever illness for all these years and never get better. They always get worse, but they keep going back to the same doctors doing the same shit, taking the same pills that don't work, and they keep getting worse. Just admit you gave up, right? Or don't give up and fix it. You have to realize after a certain amount of time that shit ain't getting fixed like this. There must be another way. You're not going to find that other way when you're giving your power away to all these fucking fake gurus, vampires trying to suck you dry. Okay? So really, if you guys are listening to people that are telling you that they're fixing it for you, whatever it is, the matrix, your health, your pain, your whatever, if they're doing it for you and it doesn't require any education or work on your part, then it's not real. Faith without works is Dead, right? Nasty toxin DNA changing, tracking toxin materials 3 times a year with a mask and social distancing. Please. Your sounds are well dry humor. Yeah, he is good. He's really good as a British comic. Okay, free like RJ all day. In relationships, Christie, I would always say, don't try to make me like your friends and family. They would. I'm like a cat. I'd leave a path of destruction behind me like cats on a bookshelf. I don't follow any guru. I am the WarShip behind the guru and spoil all their intricate plans. Good for you. Keep that shit up, yo. I don't try to, it just happens. I cannot worship. Don't get raped by Brad Pitt or any of them. They have STDs. Hyro never has sex in his dreams. Was it Channing Tatum? Michael Douglas. Yeah, that's the dude I made out with in a dream like 20 something years ago. It's like, who? I didn't I didn't go to bed fantasizing about him or anything. It didn't happen like that. Oh, speaking of fantasies, I fantasized about probably 50 actresses. Who cares? It's not a crime. Half of them are probably dudes, though. They might be. Oh, man. But I've been to those shows. Lips was a transgender bar, and I loved that place. I even went there on one of my birthdays with my mom and brother and like a bunch of us. And dude, they're hotter than us chicks. Like, guys, when they get all dressed up and do that sexy thing and they're like, wow, man, how come girls aren't that pretty? It's like peacocks, or you know what I mean? The males have to have the beauty in the animal kingdom. Yeah, and we have it backwards here. We think that we're supposed to put on a mask and makeup and cover ourselves, and we're supposed to go out and act like a fucking whore to try to attract some dude. Like, seriously, chicks, I hope none of y'all are here. If anyone here is doing this, please don't. But, dude, there comes a time where we switch from being a girl to a woman or a lady. Maybe I'm not so much a lady, but it's not cute. 40, 50 years old, 60, 55, like to go around making your whole life about chasing men, naked selfies, showing your tits all day on fucking Instagram and Facebook. And like, isn't there more to you? You want people to worship your body? Are you a sex guru? Like, are you pimping for business or trying to sell yourself to the highest bidder? Like, it's not attractive. It's not sexy. No man actually wants to buy a woman, you know? Yeah, some men do, but they're not really men. Like, come on. And then you complain about all your different boyfriends every other week and how they took advantage of you, or sometimes 2 or 3 in a week. Like, oh, but you're following your heart. No, you're not. You're following your fucking dick. Or clit. Whatever. Like, seriously? Is that what your guru taught you to do? To chase sex your whole life? To chase your next fucking cum dump? I mean, really? That's what life is about? Okay. I will have a sword or a wheelchair for people after the effects of the vaccine take effect. a sword or a wheelchair. I'm not suicidal. I done it in 2005. Never again. Dying sex. Oh, I think dying's cool. It's just the act of, making yourself die that usually isn't fun. But I always got mad when I came back to life. Like, oh, I'm here again? Why? You jerks. It was so much better over there. No, that ex-friend. But okay, so the suicidal thing, but look at your habits, look at your actions. If you're taking care of your sacred temple, then you probably have a respect for yourself in your life. But if you're not, right? If you're feeding it CIA poison, right? That's basically everything in a package or fast food. Then you're really not caring too much about yourself. So yeah, check your habits. What are you drinking yourself, to sleep every night, or, that the proof is always in the pudding, right? By their fruits, you will know them. So it cracks me up how many unhealthy people or whatever want, oh, well, I'm so healthy. No, you're not. Like, really? I'm supposed to believe your words, not my eyes. Huh. Okay. So that's another, gaslighting. Oh, gurus, right? Fix yourself. That ex-friend loves her 2 cats. One of them got beat up by another cat. She was attentive, but kept her cat trapped in a cupboard for 2 weeks. Oh my God. Wow. It took ages to convince her that it was not good for the cat. Even the other cat was trying to tell her so. Oh my gosh. I used to listen to you and the guru TL, Christie. I would have loved to see your face responses. He wasn't the only guru you had on your show. No, he definitely wasn't. And yep, he sure knew everything about everything, didn't he? But he was a great stepping stone for me to learn to trust my intuition, because that doubt was there, but I fell for the words, right? I fell for the words. I fell for the gaslighting. He actually pretended he never heard that word before when I called him out on it. Didn't even know what it meant. I was just, Christie's crazy. Yeah. So... Oh man. Oh, but there is no good and evil. So I asked one day, my post didn't get approved for the group. That's when I told him to fuck off. But I'm like, if there is no right or wrong or good and evil, why are you guys all up in arms about some dude that shot a lion? Right? He wouldn't answer that. And yeah, so I hope covered means kitchen in British. Yeah, that's fucked up. Truther girl Sonia did a info vax vid 3 days ago. Might help for some on the edge of not taking it. Major side effects. Cool. Yeah. I will never be injected with a known neurotoxin unless somebody wants to say sign on the dotted line about being liable for any damages that may happen. But without that, there's no way I'm injecting anything in my healthy bloodstream. Ain't gonna happen. So I don't wish to impose, but you may have forgotten to click the like button. Hyro, are you teaching me how to be a good video YouTube person and like pimp for likes? Hey, like, subscribe, hit the notification, like, subscribe, hit the notification. I'm not chasing people. Like, I know that whoever's here, even if it's only one person, that's who's supposed to hear it. But yeah, it's obvious. Anyone who's ever seen my Facebook page or anything, I'm definitely not looking for followers. I'm trying to get rid of followers. I've been trying to get rid of followers ever since I took that 30-day break from my show in 2013. You know? Yeah. I don't want followers. I want people who want to be themselves and stand authentic in truth, no matter what pressure from anywhere. People whose life mission is to live their purpose, to see how great they really are. Yeah, I'm not interested in followers at all. I'm not even anyone that somebody should follow. I fart a lot. Not really a lot. I wish I farted a lot because it's fun. But we did that show already. Okay. TL is old enough to have watched the premiere of Gaslighting. That's true. I know. It was total bullshit when he did that. But yeah. And then, yeah, I don't need to talk shit. But it's suffice to say that I don't think any of the gurus on my show, I'll try to think. And if you guys think of names, ask me. But I'm not thinking of anyone right now okay. So Heather Rhodes of Gardening Know-How, she's a great gardening guru. She's an awesome example. She or her team has the answer for everything, or if she doesn't, then she makes it her mission to find it. So that's one guru I had on my show that was awesome. That's a real guru. Let me think. Todd Caldecott. He is an excellent health guru, and he lives it, and he teaches, and let me think. I'm trying to think of spiritual gurus. I can't think of any right now. So right now I'm going to say I don't think any of the spiritual gurus I had on my show in all those years were actually real. So hopefully I'm wrong saying that. And hopefully a bunch of names come up in the chat. I've had at least 3 TBIs since my show. Let me count. No. Oh, way more than 3, 4, 5. Yeah, the strokes. Yeah, so I've had at least 5 TBIs since the end of my show. So it's possible that I may have forgot a name or 2 or 3. But yeah, I don't think there was one spiritual guru on my show that was real or practiced what they preached or wasn't some energy harvester trying to mind control you and me. Okay. That's brilliant pimping. Okay, Christie, you are my guru. Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here. Yo, Dre! Nobody knows my music. I know you guys don't. That was Eazy-E, though. What the fuck is up? In the place to be. Coming on the mic is easy motherfucking E. Dre is on the mic. Zero's on the mic. So listen to close while we make shit up. Yeah, I'm Eazy-E. Okay, yeah. So I actually went to his house. And yeah, I've seen them in concert and NWA and all those guys. That was fun. I don't even know how that popped in my head. Okay, but yeah, shut the fuck up. I'm an anarchist, so I don't like followers or someone who expects me to follow. Exactly. We should be our own. You remember the ships we were talking about we should be our own authors, right? Of our authorship. Like, why do we need to rely on somebody else's interpretation of what life is supposed to be, right? Or what we're supposed to do, or how we're supposed to feel or express. Or, like, think about this. These fucking gurus that are doing everything for you, what does that tell you about what they think of you? You're incapable. You're not capable of navigating your way through the matrix. So I'm just going to have to go save you. What? Seriously, think about that. And I talked about this a lot. If you guys did not see my old acid trip video from like 6 years ago, when I had some revelations, and even my very dear friend, Russ, I love him, and rest in peace, God bless you. But, you know, and I told it to his face, so it's not like I'm talking shit. But, and even like Louis, when they used to like fight for me. So the stalkers would attack me. They would fight back because they thought they were helping me. And I'm like, you're not helping me, because every time you hit back, they come at me. Like, you know, and I had to like, please don't help me. Like, don't, because your help is telling me that I'm not capable of taking care of myself. Now, if you want to ask me what kind of help I need, that's different. You know, yeah, you can help me weed the garden, or help me finish painting this wall, or, you know what I mean? Like, if I want your help, I should be able to ask for it, and I should be able to choose, right, what it is. So, yeah, even, yeah. But that, yeah, seriously, what is a guru who's doing everything for you? Or he's the only one that can talk to this particular set of angels, or the only one that can access this particular place in the universe, or I'll go to the Akashic records for you, or what? So you think I'm incapable? Like, really, it's kind of an insult, I would think, if I was one of those people that was like, oh, guru, you know, like, I'd be like, well, how'd you do that? Okay, what can you teach me? So, dude, even when I get my car worked on, I'm like, well, can I watch so I can kind of learn? And I had my car broke down recently. And when everyone was trying to look at it and the other mechanic came and stuff, I'm like, do you mind if I watch? And what's that? Like, I want to learn. So, I don't know. Don't you? Higher than you would like a gogi? A gogi? A-G-O-G-E? No man bows to you, you bow to no man. That's exactly how it should be. But I don't know what that word is, or if I said it right, but I totally agree with the sentiment. Oh, and Hyra says the same thing. I don't know what agogi means, but the rest is perfect. She does fart. It's pretty gross. I might have let off a bomb or two. Yeah. It's my religion I'm creating. Oh, okay. All right. Casey, do you fart most days? All right. Let's see. Who smelt it, dealt it. Okay, Manly P. Hall, Alex Jones, David Icke. Yeah, they can all suck my dick. And like, I have personal experience with Alex Jones, like in person, you know what I mean? And he lured me there for all my videos. He was making a documentary for, and then it's all part of the Stalker Network story. And yeah, it's alternative radio. The tentacles are all there, and you can tell who's working together by who they talk about. And even when they bitch about people or pretend bitch, professional wrestling, like politics, they say the names that they really are in cahoots with. So if you notice, like some of the pretend gurus, like some of them that specifically tried to pretend to be me and replace me or whatever, good try. They literally, like when they'll talk about people that they love, and then they'll talk about people they're supposedly fighting with, but it's always the same group of people they're promoting. Either way, they're promoting them, right? So pay attention to that. Yeah, there's a reason you're only allowed to hear certain names. So, okay, my dad wants the vax. He's 82 and says he doesn't want to be dodging the V the rest of his life. Wow. Well, if there actually was a V to dodge, I'd understand. 82, his third Saturn return. It ain't probably going to go that good for him. Sorry, you have to watch that. All right, Jordan Maxwell, Bill Cooper. Yeah. I did not know Bill Cooper. Maybe he was good, but yeah. The other ones. Okay, Sakti was cool, right? Yeah. Yeah, she was. But we have differing, okay, so she's all into magic, this, magic to fix that, spells to fix that, but her shit wasn't fixed. So, I think honestly, when you're using magic to use influence over anyone or anything, that it stems from a place of fear and control. So I personally, I don't trust people that do spells. I don't even care what you say your intention is, because the real magic is a surrender and to be able to flow with what's dealt and make the best of it and see the magic in the little things. It's not pretending that you control everything. And that's my personal belief. I know it's unpopular. Most people think that, oh, well, I should go make spells and I can make anyone do anything. And that's right, you can. But what's the cost? I personally have a hands-off approach. I do not want to control anyone or anything ever. Ever. Dude, even in my 20s, like when I was management in multiple places, like I realized in my 20s that I can't do this. I'm not babysitting adults. And I ended up accidentally in management again a couple times after that, just whatever. But yeah, I was quickly reminded, on any level, I don't want to make anyone do anything. Yeah. I liked him actually on her show. Not sure who. Okay, him. I don't think so. Oh, Shakti's not a him. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Shakti's a chick. But yeah, Shakti had excellent information. She has incredible gifts. Yeah, and I don't think her intent was bad at all. I don't think that. I'm not saying that. She did a lot of incredible, she's incredibly magic, but just because you're magic, which we all are, doesn't, a lot of it comes from a place of control. And that's not for me. So, there's that fine line between, oh, you're doing that for what? Whose own good? So, oh, I'm going to make him be nice. Why? If he's a dick and doesn't like you, why would let him be, right? Do you love him? You love him, so you're going to make him be nice with a magic spell. Okay. Set him free. right? Free will, unconditional love. Let people do what they need to do for them, whether you agree with it or not. Okay. Tobias just droned on and sounded like he loved the sound of his own voice. That did happen sometimes. He was definitely skilled in the NLP techniques, for sure. He was very good, very subtle, definitely brilliant, and knowledgeable, but, dangerous. I mean, just the fact that people can get up there and speak so well about certain things, but clearly not practice what they preach themselves. Like, I think pretenders, I think fakes are dangerous. I just absolutely. And when you get set up by your friends and family, right? When you get turned in by the SS, your neighbor spies, then you'll see how dangerous fakes are. But there's a reason people are fake. There's a reason they pretend to be something in their videos or their shows or their websites than who they really are behind closed doors. And if you notice, these people don't allow anyone in their doors. Why? Because who they are will so obviously, pour through. You can't hide it anymore. So, oh, well, I remember the name and the gender wouldn't really matter. Did she have a deep voice? No, I have the deep voice. She had a very cute, fairy, sweet voice, really. A beautiful voice. Yeah, she... Derek, quite the opposite, actually. Derek, what's the matter with you? Have I angered you? No, just saying Shakti is a woman. It's 2020. You don't actually know. She might not want to be referred to that way, Derek. How presumptuous of you. I think that's, instead of cultural misappropriation, that would be sexual misappropriation. In this politically correct YouTube video. I'm old. I used to listen to that show a lot. If you imagine that in a day for the last 15 years, I hear about 20 plus different people speaking. Oh, dude, there were so many shows. But yeah, Shakti had the beautiful little accent. And yeah, very sweet, high pitch, just adorable voice, really. Yeah. Jones is a hand job. Sorry, Christie, Derek and I are having a... Yeah, there's no spat. What are you talking about? Okay, just correcting your grammar again. Fucking... Oh my gosh. So glad we don't have to go to bed mad. Okay. To accept a guru is to give away your power. Absolutely. Good point, Hyro. Oh, wow. Five Flames. We're interrupting Five Flames phone call. I'm just kidding. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that all of you are here. And I want to thank you for that and your input. Yeah. But let's see. Was there anything else I wanted to talk about, like red flags, fake gurus? So really, the main point, like, those meditations or all those things, when you feel the urge to want to go to one of those, just if you, ask yourself why you're doing it. Well, to save the world, of course. There's starving children. Okay, so go find some starving children in your neighborhood and feed them, right? Or there's people sick and okay, go comfort them, right? Everything you want the guru to do, you should be doing yourself, like actually doing it, not sending someone money to do it for you, right? Because that's a cop-out. I mean, unless you're if you have some crazy ass job, you're working 70 hours a week or whatever, I get that. Okay, so you have to pay people to do things. You don't have time to sit around and make your deodorant or dry your tomatoes or, the mundane things that I do. I understand that. But, to pay a healer to supposedly go talk to some other angels to fix you, and they haven't fixed themselves, that's what we really have to look at here and realize that we're only doing that because we don't know who we are. And if you don't know who you are, what should be your first priority? Turn off the distractions. Yes, even me, even YouTube, especially your cell phone. If you still have a home phone, turn the ringer off. You know what I mean? Keep the ringer off on your cell phone. You can look at it when you want to. You don't have to be a slave to that. I'm talking like every distraction until you are confident that you have everything in you that you need. And it's not like you don't just wave a magic wand and then, oh, I'm healed. Oh, everything is rainbows and no, it's not like that. You have to be willing to walk through hell. You will not meet your goals without walking through hell and staying strong and proving that you want whatever your goal is, right? I mean, do you just are you going to give your kids every single thing and, make everything easy and enable them to not ever do anything, and they say one thing and do another and then you give them more? No, it's the same here. Most of us say one thing and do another, or spent a good part of our lives saying we wanted something but acted in the exact opposite, right? Saying, I want peace and love, but I'm staying in an abusive relationship, or, whatever, right? I want to be healthy, but I'm keeping this job that I know is giving me heart problems and keeping me inflamed, or So when your words match your actions, then you can align with your true heart's path and purpose. And then you find that you are your own guru. And the only way anyone can take that away from you is if you give it to them. So the red flags you have to look for, again, are very subtle. The gaslighting, when they have different rules for them than they do for you, right? And a lot of the things, if you don't say personally know these people, you're not, you may not pick up on all the clues. But again, one thing, fucking teleseminars every week or multiple times a week or whatever, taking up your time, talking, preaching peace and love, but not trying to encourage you to get out there and actually be it, right? Are they making you believe that you have the power? Or are they wanting you to just, go party, have a good time, and we'll do all the work for you? All right. My smoke's almost done, so that must mean my shit talking should be done. Unless you have any more questions. But yeah, I'll totally wind it up here. And if you have any topics or questions or whatever you would like me to address in a future video, just send me an email or text or put it here or whatever. But here we go. And I want to say obviously, listen to everyone, right? And not everyone, every single person, right? Like whoever you feel led to, right? Because that's for a purpose as well, to teach you discernment. And we are all students and teachers of one another. So even from people with agendas, you can learn from, whether it's spiritual protection, or whether you're, say, figuring out that your intuition was right all along, but you always doubted it. They come in pretty packages sometimes. In fact, some of the most successful cults, and I mean, literally, there's one here in the Ozarks. It's insane. Like, connected to freaking banksters and like a real estate mogul from the UK. Oh, wait, you're from the UK. Ah, dude, I'm going to type a name in the chat. Tell me if you heard of him. Never mind. Maybe let me look up this article and then you might know. Okay, here we go. So, all right, Hyro, let's see. Does that name ring a bell? But anyways, he's like knighted, hanging out with the Dalai Lama. What was the other? Knights of, a Templar, or I don't know, all this crazy stuff. But yeah, that big whatever real estate mogul who's always with chicks half his age that he just marries in an instant. I do a good impression of her. Casey, you do awesome with your impressions. He really does. Casey should be either like, or should have been a radio announcer, but maybe at this stage, I think he should just be, what are they called? Oh yeah, voiceovers. Yeah, because he is really good with voices, and he can sing Andy Gibb and literally hit the high notes. Yeah. Ha ha, I'm putting you out on Front Street. But yeah, and I remember you did do a really good impression of Shakti. Yeah, it was cute. Palm readers won't read my hand. I went to a Buddhist thing in London, and Guru just stopped and watched as I walked in. Nobody will tell me what I am. Even in a hospital, they look at me strange and keep me in for experiments. Wow. Well, I'm curious. What are you? But yeah, nobody will tell you what you are. They're not supposed to. You're supposed to figure it out. I'm not special. Well, obviously you are. So, Casey, are you going to call in a Shakti? Nah, maybe next time. Oh, dang, you got everybody wanting. Okay, don't set fire to your neighbor's home for her bad behavior. That's funny. Yeah, I hope nobody does that. There's never an okay time to destroy anything, let alone something that belongs to somebody else. Yeah, vampires. Get Zach Efron, what? To dance? I don't know what that means. In little red shorts outside your house, and it'll be more effective. I don't know him. From his picture, it's not women he likes. It's little boys. Steer clear. Ouch. It's a really weird situation. Actually, all right. Okay, here we go. He's a lord. Here's another one. And if you wanted to learn more, you could figure it out and go from there. But yeah, actually, you should check out like a recent photo or video, and then you'll see what I'm saying when I'm like, dude, you're going to go heal everyone else sending you money, and you haven't even healed yourself. So, and that's like a super obvious case. I mean, there's way much more, but I mean, he has people like, they'll just sit around drinking and smoking weed all day and like literally accomplishing nothing, and then have a hangover. And then they're trained to call him because their hangover is entities that he has to remove for them. Like, he has a lot of people super dependent on him for their everything. They have a cough, they have to call him, and he has to say a prayer and clean it out for him. And yeah, it's messed up. But yeah, anyways, so hopefully we're all past that false guru stage, and that we all have stepped into our power, or at least taken the first baby step to realize that the power is within us. That is my hope for everyone, and that we are completely fulfilled on our soul path. I mentioned earlier about one of the conversations I had on Twitter today, somebody being gang stalked and just saying, you know, you're choosing to stay in that prison because, well, you know, she still has rent. And I think, yeah, she said something like, well, you know, I'm going to stay and fight because I would be stupid to not try to get justice. So she's been trying to get justice for all these years, staying in the same place, claiming that she's tortured all day, all night. And I had to say, dude, justice is not getting an agency filled with perps to go against their own, because that'll never happen. Justice is when you move on, you ascend above their stupid little evil games that only made you stronger and wiser. It's your own personal success that can only be defined by you following your path, nobody else's. Not the herds, not the politicians, not the neighbors, not the churches, not the news, not your parents, not your friends, not some junkie ODing and thinking he's dying all the time, where he's saving us. Please don't save me. So, all right. All of them are like that at the top, even the Dalai Lama, of course. Every major institution leads to at least Luciferianism, and gurus are for sheeple. Good points. Well said. All right. And I think I've probably said enough on this topic. Yeah. So I'm going to go cuddle with my boyfriends, my super hairy, cute, perfect boyfriends. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. And yeah, it's definitely winter and colder, so I will probably be here talking shit more often. So thank you for your questions and suggestions and presence. And I wish you nothing but peace and happiness and true justice, true success, which can only be found in your heart, not by fighting anyone else, not by, you know, keeping up with the Joneses. Fuck the Joneses. All right, guys, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.